Yeah, yeah, that is probably it. That's probably it for AJ Brown in Philadelphia. I mean, this was crazy. Him and Nick Sirianni, two crash outs, crashing out on each other mid game. AJ Brown, 3 catches for 25 yards. I mean, it's just he's sick and tired of it. I think it's in the best interest of both parties to go their separate ways. Jalen Hurts is not a good enough quarterback, man. I mean, he has too many weapons for this offense to be so putrid. It comes down to Jalen Hurts and that offensive coordinator are awful. We got to break this down, man. Nick Sirianni didn't even hold back in the press conference. We got to get into all this, man. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. We got to get into the scene of the crime first, man. This crash out between AJ Brown and Nick Sirianni is insane. You got, hold on, let me pull this up for y'all, man. You got Nick Sirianni sprinting at AJ Brown on the sideline.
Sirianni on, get off the field.
Oh man, yeah, this ain't gonna work.
With this start,
look at them. Oh man, they faced
right out. They have a great
relationship. Yeah. It's over. It's over, man. It's over. It's over. It's time for AJ Brown to go. AJ Brown has to move on somewhere else, man. This thing in Philadelphia is done. This thing is Philadelphia and is done, man. It's time to move on, man. It's time to move on. This is nasty work. This is nasty, nasty work. AJ Brown on the sideline reading books. All types of stuff is going on. The Eagles fans are destroying AJ Brown, by the way. Let's get to what Nick Sirianni had to say in the press conference, man, because this is nasty work.
Good first half, but stalled there in the second half.
Yeah, felt like that was kind of our story as the year progressed, and good, like you said, good first half. Didn't do a good enough job coaching. Didn't do a good enough job executing in the second half. In that third quarter, particularly, some penalties got us behind the sticks, and we had a hard time overcoming them.
Why do you think that became a trend this year?
I don't know. Obviously, those are things that we always work our ass off to try to fix any situation and every situation that we can. And you know what? At the end of the day, we didn't do a good enough job of doing that. And that starts with me.
Did you feel like you played it more conservative in the second half?
I didn't. I think that's always the go-to. Like if it doesn't go the way you want it to go it goes the way you want it to go in the first half and then not the second half. I think that's the go-to. If people think you take your foot off the gas, but we were playing, we're balanced, got the run game going a little bit, trying to mix our play actions in, trying to get our passes in to create explosives. At the end of the day, we didn't create enough explosives. They did. Give them credit. They made more plays than we did. They coached better than we did, and that's why they won.
Cameras caught you and AJ at the end of the.
What happened on the sideline with AJ?
Yeah, I was trying to get him off the field, because we were about to punt, and that was really it. So I love AJ. I think he knows how I feel about him. Have a special relationship with him. We've probably went through every emotion you can possibly have together. We've laughed together. We've cried together. We've yelled at each other. We're both emotional. I was trying to get him off the field, and you never want. That happens in this game. That happens in this game, but I love him.
Kevin has taken a lot of heat.
Did you talk to him on the sideline or after the game?
Yeah.
That interaction?
Yeah.
Kevin's taken a lot of heat for some of the offensive struggles. Obviously, it's a difficult time, but your first thoughts on his performance?
Yeah, again, will be time to evaluate everybody's performance. Right now, I feel for all our guys in the locker room, all the players, all the coaches, the front office, everybody that works so hard, the fans that come out and support us, Mr. Laurie, I just feel for all of us, all of them, and there'll be time to evaluate everything at the end, coming up.
On the fourth down, what made you use that time out there? And was it because you were laid out of the huddle?
No, it wasn't because of that. We wanted to see what defense we were in. We didn't think that there was going to be a great opportunity to get the ball back with enough time to do anything if we stopped them. We knew that was going to be the last possession, and so we took a picture of what we thought they were going to do to give ourselves some information, and that's why.
How much did the win affect the downfield passing game?
Yeah, I think you saw the ball by both teams. I think you had Purdy on the one and an interception. It kind of died on him. I think Jalen had one down the sideline to Jahan that kind of died on him. So, we got to find ways to create explosives a different way. If you can't do it that way, again, just didn't do a good enough job there. Starts with me as coaches, and then we didn't execute well enough.
Uncharacteristic drops from AJ today, actually more this season than ever. What has been behind that, or do you think it's just
the win? He's got the best hands I've ever seen. The way he catches the ball, the amount of different types of catches that he's made. When you get as many targets as he does, you're going to have some drops. Not ever using an excuse, but the ball moves differently in the wind. I thought Jalen did a good job of cutting the wind a lot of times. But we had some uncharacteristic drops, and those. I think we were able to. I think the one that he had, we overcame it the very next play with Dallas, but. I know he's gonna, he'll beat himself up on that, and I know AJ he'll catch 9,000 balls, with the one drop that he had.
Was the lack of explosives maybe the most disappointing thing about the offense this season?
Yeah, you always want to win the turnover battle, which we did tonight, and then you always want to win the explosive play battle, which I'm assuming, I don't have the numbers yet, but I'm assuming we did not. You got to be able to be explosive. It's really hard to dink and dunk down the field. It's really hard to get behind sticks with negative plays. You got to be able to create explosives, and again, at the end of the day, there was a lot of elements that end up with a loss, and we haven't had this feeling of ending our season since 2023 with a loss. So that's why it hurts, because it's been a while. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, we need to find ways to be more explosive. Again, that starts with me.
What happened